Hello. Okay, something fun happened with chapter 43 of my story, Song of Mornius. I have mentioned a few times in my book the song that the Blacksword sang to Avalar when she was young, that she never forgot, that kind of compelled her to leave the safety of Hothra Island, journey across the sea to a land that giants fear, to try to reclaim what giants are supposed to be, find freedom for her people at long last. I have dabbled in poetry, but I'm not really a poet. It's, I enjoy writing poetry when I have strong feelings about things. I'll write a poem. It might not necessarily be very good, but that's one thing that I do to express things that I feel. But it's been a while too since I've done that. But anyway, long story short, I'm writing chapter 43, and it's like I said before, sometimes my characters tell me their story, and it's happening more and more as I'm coming into these later chapters, and I'm running out of pre-written material that I just copy over and improve on as I do so. I'm writing more and more stuff from scratch, and it seems to me that a lot of the things that's coming out are things that I feel like my characters are revealing to me. Of course, it's all coming from me, but it's like that part of my brain that is Avalar, and that part of my brain that is Tarek or Galen or Pony, right? So I'm typing chapter 43, which is really part 2 of chapter 42. Originally, chapter 42 included what is now chapter 43. It was another very long chapter, and it was too long. After writing what I did with chapter 42, I still had 5 pages of single-spaced. See? Single-spaced. That's really the equivalent of 10 more pages. I'm like, no, I'm not going to make this gargantuan chapter. This is another chapter I'm going to have to split up. So 43 is basically the continuation of part of chapter 42, and now I can't talk. So Avalar is in the tunnel and they're resting, and I have her recite the words to the song that she heard as a child that the Blacksword sang to her. This might get tweaked a bit. This is just rough draft, but so if this book publishes, this might not be exactly the way the song will read in the final version. But the river, Thorina heard Avalar say softly. Deliberately the giant spread her hands flat over her knees and stared at them. Then softly she recited to herself. Young heart so brave, singer and song, across the land to journey long, child bear all things so possible be, to Thalus fly, white wings and see, across the waves lone sail shall go, to the pits, back to the pain, breaking last unbroken chain, stars above and fire below, follow now where singers go, to the darkness new and old, at once and never now foretold, your freedom to freedom goes which day, the blackstone, the river, wends the way. So that's it. That's the song that Avalar heard as a child that I have never tried to actually write. It's only ever been alluded to, but there it is. It's kind of a Tolkien kind of thing. Tolkien always wrote poems and the lyrics of songs in his books, and my former husband said to me that a great fantasy novel needs to have a map. So that's why I have a map, which will also probably be tweaked before, if this thing ever gets published. It has a map, and now it has a poem, which is really the lyrics to a song. So there it is.